don't know if it's a personal thing, but like I've always been a person that was never scared to try something new. Like I will never forget, like when I was in high school, I got cut from the basketball team. Went down in the locker room. I seen my science teacher was the track coach. That same day, I was on the track team. I never ran track a day in my life. That same year, I won 16 medals.
What?
You feel me? Like it's just one of those things. Like yo, if I try, I'm more of a person like I only like doing things that I'm good at. So if I'm good at it, I automatically like it. Honestly. So like if someone be like, yo, you can, bro. Last time I tried to play tennis. I was like learning how to play tennis. Honestly, yo, bro, I just be trying. Yo, bro, you never know. Yeah. Like honestly, like I talk to everybody who I meet. I have no problem being a personable person because you never know who you're gonna meet. Bill Gates goes to Starbucks. You understand what I'm saying? Damon John, like Mark Cuban, all of these like rich people who can give you opportunities beyond your wildest belief, still do normal things. They go to Target, bro. So say, hey, I like your. It's nothing wrong with saying like, hey, I like your shirt. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I made it myself. Really? How did you make? Like, you don't know what door that's about to open. So I always kept that in mind, honestly. And then like just trying new things. Like I didn't know I was gonna be good at track. To be honest, in my head, I just wanted to stay in. If I ran track next year, I was going to be faster than everybody on the court. Like everything kind of coincides with everything. And then if you're good at it, stick with it. Why not?
You're sitting here, you're listening to this podcast episode and you're thinking, man, I really wish I could partner with a podcast, man. I know that my products and my services can really benefit creatives that are listening to this podcast right now, whether it be the creatives that are listening today or it be the creatives that are going to listen in a year. A podcast like this, oh yeah, we might be going places. If you've been thinking something like that, I have a story for you, man. Now listen, we are looking to partner up with creative businesses that is going to help our audience, man. So if you feel like you would be able to add value to the people who might listen to a podcast like this, aka somebody like you, since you're here, then make sure you hit up Crystal Visions, Crystal VZNS. Hit us up right in the DMs. And this is very early in the game. You are taking a nice investment right now in this early podcast, and as we grow, I can't promise you that the prices are going to be the same, so make sure you lock in your prices with me right now. Let's get back to the episode. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the Crystal Visions, aka the Creatives Playbook podcast, man, where we help creatives learn how to really capture and capitalize off of their talents, their skills, their passions, and everything in between, man. So today we definitely got somebody who's, been making a little name for himself off of his passions, his skills, his talents. So we want to welcome today Mr. Mike Blaq. What's going on, big dog?
What's going on, brother? How you?
Everything good, man.
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate you.
Of course, you already, man. We ran it back for the second time.
Yeah, man. Trial and error the first time, but you got to make it worth it. We got to make it count.
Right. Yeah. So I definitely appreciate you for, being patient with us over here at Crystal Visions. You feel me?
Likewise, for sure.
So go ahead, if somebody's never heard of Mike Blaq or, the things that he does or has done, what would you tell somebody?
All right, hold on. I got to get my arena announcer voice on.
Okay.
Coming in. I'm sorry.
You're going to do the whole thing? I'm like, all right, let's
go. Now, Mike Blaq, New York City, Brooklyn and Queens, born in Brooklyn, raised in Queens. Owner and founder of Handmade New York. It's a New York City streetwear brand out of New York. I don't know how to fit everything in the intro, honestly, but I'm a sneaker con vendor, one of the few black vendors from New York City at SneakerCon. I'm one of the youngest people in my office building that actually owns their business. I own 2 businesses. Young entrepreneur.
Oh, whoa. Okay. I told you put some stats. You put some stats, man. A little something. Yeah, so I think with the SneakerCon stuff, that's interesting. How is that, being a vendor for them and stuff like that? How does that work for anybody that might want to know?
Well, I'm still like kind of new to it. So last year is the first time that I did SneakerCon. The first one that I did was SneakerCon Dallas. And to be honest, it was pretty smooth. I kind of felt like I was a rapper on tour. Honestly, like it was pretty cool though, cause like taking the brand to different cities and just seeing how they resonate with the brand, and because the whole brand is based off the New York City lifestyle, like things that go on here, the things we say, the things we do, our landmarks, things of that nature. So like to see how people receive my product in a complete on the other side of the country is like really interesting. So I always take, I'm super grateful. I feel like that was one of the smartest and best moves I did in my career so far. So yeah.
Now that's interesting. Just like you were saying, it's very much based in New York. So you have a few things that you got going on. You got the Handmade New York. And then you got what's the Black?
Oh, Black House Customs.
Black
That's
House Customs.
my newest business. I started it actually at the January 1st. Like it's like a brand new business.
I was like your resolution type of thing, or
so one of the things like when I was going through my journey, because I make everything in house, I make everything myself.
Handmade for real.
Yeah, it's because people just like, do you make it by hand? I'm like, yeah, I do.
They try to get slick. You like
just
nah,
a little,
don't play
yeah,
that.
I do.
Don't play that.
But just because a lot of people was asking like, how do I start a brand? How much do you charge? And I really didn't do it before, and now that I got my own space now and office, I got more bills. So I was just like, well, let's give this thing a try. So I took on like 2 or 3 clients towards like in fourth quarter last year, just to give it like a feel to see if I actually wanted to deal with it. And it went pretty well. And honestly, I don't regret it, to be, because like helping people start their brand is like one of the overall things that like I realized is like I get more satisfaction from like any dollar amount.
Right. Yeah. Talk on that, like the difference between a dollar amount and passions and that feeling that you get inside instead of just the cash.
Money is temporary, honestly, and me, like all the money I make, it goes straight back into the business. Like I've always been a hustler. I've always been a person that's been, chasing a dollar, don't really got much to show for it. But when I started chasing things like passion and, trying to acquire more skills and just trying to, be a more well-rounded person. Right now I'm trying to learn another language.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What
like
language?
Just learning new things. So
Spanish?
like French. Yeah, because I feel like in New York City, everybody like is like half.
Okay,
it's half like Hispanic and half Jamaican, even if you're neither one. Like honestly,
nah, that's fair.
So, just you doing just like doing new things. It was just different as opposed to just chasing money.
Right.
Before this, I was an electrician. I made a lot of money as an electrician. Don't really care. Like that's not really changing anything, like it's people that like, I'm helping people like start their dreams, so that means a lot more to me than money. Like money's always going to come. Like every person who's rich is actually doing what they like to do, realistically.
Wait, hold on, say that again.
Every person who's rich does what they like to do, hands down. There's no way around it, like there's people who have like good jobs but do they love it? Is that their passion? Like I got a homie that does straight knitted hats. That he just told me he did 100,000 last year off of knitted hats? Off of knitted like bucket hats.
Wow.
Word. And it's funny because he has no business name. He literally just goes to Washington Square Park and sell his knitted bucket hats.
So not even like social media, none of that.
He has a flip phone still.
Wow.
Yeah.
So completely like.
Yeah. So like when I started meeting people like that, I was just like, okay, none of this stuff really matters. Honestly, like basketball players love playing basketball. Entertainers love being entertainers. I don't even want to start, crapping on regular jobs, but
right.
Just chase your passion. Honestly, like that's what it is. Like even if you have a regular job, when you get off of work, put in the time. Like I said, I was an electrician when the brand started. I still had a job. Like it's nothing wrong with having a job. You have to fund it some way. You understand what I'm saying? You have to fund your fun.
Okay.
So like. When you get into, doing what you want to do, it becomes a job, of course. And there's some days where I don't want to do it. That comes with everything. But I'd rather be doing that than putting up light bulbs all day. I'd rather be frustrated making clothes and helping people start their brands and things of that nature than just screwing in light bulbs and doing security cameras like I was before.
Right. Yeah. Nah, those are some heavy pieces. So talk to me about the transition from being an electrician to, starting Handmade New York. Was Handmade New York the first one? Was there like a little stump? Oh, yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
actually, yeah, Handmade was first. I actually had the clothing line first, and I didn't have any money, so I went back to electrician school, and luckily I got a job making $60,000 fresh out of trade school. I'm just like, all right, this is cool. But like my first check, I bought a vinyl cutter and a heat press for $300. My first check.
Yeah.
My first check.
How did that idea even come about? Like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, why did you decide?
But when I was like when it was an idea and I was in like the sample stage, one of my boys who actually works with me with the brand and the print shop now, shout out to my boy Proof Pink Tacos, but he took me to this guy in our neighborhood named Mo Diamonds, and he was making the t-shirts outside of his, like literally on the side of his house, like on a table, and I'm wondering like, yo, how is he just like
the little spin like that, or like,
nah, bro, it's a heat press and like a vinyl cutter. So you'll get like a roll of vinyl in different colors. Oh, you want a black shirt with red design on it? All right, cool. Cut it up and press it, and your shirt is good to go. So when I was just like, bro, is that easy? Because before that, I was going to Jamaica Avenue. If you familiar with Queens, that's where all the print shops, the clothing stores, and everything. I was going to the print shops on Jamaica Avenue. They was charging me $25 for the shirts.
Tell that story.
It's funny, we was talking about it before. So when I first started, the original brand name was Mas Drogas, which is Spanish for more drugs, right? I was a rapper first. I wasn't into fashion, right? Me and my older brother just wanted to make merch to perform in. We make this merch and say Mas Drogas. It was cool. I had like this dope camo vinyl. I can't even remember what he had. I was just worrying about me. But we killed the show, but after the show, more people was asking us. Well, actually, no one asked us about the music, and like 10 people asked us about the shirts. My brother was just like, oh, yeah, it's something to perform. Just like, yeah, we sell the shirts. So I ended up talking to guys. So I started taking orders, right? So people just like, yo, I want a shirt. I was just like, yo, $25. I ended up talking the guys in the print shop down to $20 a shirt. But at the time, I didn't drop.
Dang, and so hold on. Hold on. So the real price was 25.
The original price was 25.
You had to talk to them.
I had to talk them down because I was just like, yo, listen, I'm going to be coming a lot. Okay. And he said, yo, I'll give it to you for this 21 time, this one time. And if you don't come back, that's on you, because I'm taking your word for it. He really gave me a shot.
That's solid.
His name was Shaq. Shout out to my boy Shaq.
Okay.
Word. That's probably not his real name, but we gonna go with Shaq. He told me Shaq.
Yeah.
He told me Shaq. The place is pretty sketchy. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I end up talking him down to $20, but I didn't drive at the time. So I would tell people, give me the $25. You had to pay in advance. But there was the $2 cabs that ran to Jamaican Avenue back and forth. So I had to go back and forth. So that's $2 there, $2 back, $20 for the t-shirt. I'm left with $1.
That's crazy. So
I'm left with $1.
So talk on that. Like, you have to be some type of committed. You have to have some type of love. You have to have some type of feeling to like be like, nah, I'm finna do this. Driving all up and down for $1. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, of course, it doesn't hit you in the moment like, oh, I'm only making $1.
Okay.
That's one. It didn't hit me immediately. It took me, I was probably, all right, so that first month, I sold 46 shirts. 46 Mas Drogas shirts.
Just off the tax.
In 30 days. Yeah. In 30 days, I made $46. But I sold 46 shirts. Because after I realized that I was making $1, that's how I knew I sold 46 shirts.
Okay.
Because I had $46 difference. That's literally how I did the math. But at the end of the month, because it's funny, because the first show was, I believe, like May 30th or 31st. And then the next day, June 1st, is when I sold the first shirt. So literally from the beginning of the month to the end, I sold 46 shirts. And I know because it was like a week before my mom's birthday or something like that. I was trying to get my mom's a Mas Drogas shirt for her birthday. She was just like, yeah, we're not doing that. But it was such a transition because I was new to it. I was a rapper. You feel me? I was so busy thinking like, yo, we about to get money because every rapper sells merch.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like, yo, this is the merch. But as time went on, more people's asking about the clothes than the music. So then I started like making new designs. We had some like BS program called Picasa. Picasa. Yeah, bro, my logo dojo, this guy right here, he started out as a bunch of layered fonts. You know, 'cause I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know Photoshop, Illustrator, none of that. I did not know anything. Everything that I'm doing right now, the print shop, everything, I'm self-taught. So, well, YouTube Academy self-taught alumni.
Right.
YouTube, like we can work something out. We should do a YouTube graduation.
Okay.
Honestly.
Nah. Hold on, you might be onto something though.
We should do a YouTube graduation.
That YouTube should have some type of award show.
You feel me? Like
that'd be interesting.
You know, like everyone learns off of YouTube. We should do like a YouTube graduation. Yo, let's stamp that, man. For real. Right. So if y'all see YouTube do a graduation, y'all know where it came from.
We working in the back. You heard? We working in the back. Don't even touch that.
But yeah, I was just teaching myself stuff. But my brother that I was making stuff with, he didn't like my character. His name is Dojo. You feel me? The reason why his name is Dojo, we used to hang out in my boy's garage. And we just called it the dojo. Like that's where a dojo is where you practice karate. Yeah. We just used to chill, so we just like, yeah, this the dojo. And then I was just like, yo, I'm gonna name the dude after where we chill. His name Dojo. Like to me it was cool. My brother wasn't feeling it. But so we had 2 sets of designs at a point in time. So we had my set that I made with the character, and then we had one that was just text that my brother made. After a while, more people started asking for the one with the character and not his. But like I said, I'm still running back and forth for $1, bro. So in my head, if I can get to the point where people's ordering 2, 3, 4 at a time, I can talk him down to $15. I can talk him down to $10, or I can find a cheaper dude. Then I found a cheaper dude because the dude Mo Diamonds, he was doing them for $10.
That's the other dude.
That's the dude who was doing it in his backyard. He was doing them for $10.
Yeah.
Same quality. I honestly, it was better actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, his shirts was actually better. But moving forward, the light bulb hit me. Instead of like keep going to him getting it cheaper, I'm just gonna buy the machines.
Whoa, so okay. Now I'm split right now, right? Before we get to the machines, I'm gonna forget. If you don't try to remind me, but try. I forgot my first question because I was thinking too much about the machines.
Oh, the transition?
Yeah, the transition. So not just the transition in the electrician, but talk to me, right? Let's say like I'm in that spot and like I'm just like traveling, right? And like I don't know what the end of this blockage is going to be. You get what I'm saying? Because you didn't know that you were going to start Handmade New York and have a dojo and right?
I didn't know we was going to be sitting here 6 years later.
Right, exactly. Like it was just like, it was off of a whole different thing. It was in the area, but it was off of something else. So I don't know, just touch on that a little bit in the mindset now, looking back in hindsight. How does that work?
I don't know if it's a personal thing, but like I've always been a person that was never scared to try something new. Like I will never forget, like when I was in high school, I got cut from the basketball team, went down in the locker room. I seen my science teacher was the track coach. That same day I was on the track team. I never ran track a day in my life. That same year I won 16 medals.
What?
You feel me? Like it's just one of those things. Like, yo, if I try, I'm more of a person like I only like doing things that I'm good at. So if I'm good at it, I automatically like it. Honestly. So like if someone be like, yo, you can, bro. Last time I tried to play tennis. I was like learning how to play tennis. Yo, bro, I just be trying. Yo, bro, you never know. Yeah. Like honestly, like I talk to everybody who I meet. I have no problem being a personable person because you never know who you're gonna meet. Bill Gates goes to Starbucks. You understand what I'm saying? Damon John, like Mark Cuban, all of these like rich people who can give you opportunities beyond your wildest belief still do normal things. They go to Target, bro. So say, hey, I like your it's nothing wrong with saying like, hey, I like your shirt. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I made it myself. Really? How did you make, like, you don't know what door that's about to open. So I always kept that in mind, honestly. And then like just trying new things. Like I didn't know I was going to be good at track. To be honest, in my head, I just wanted to stay in. If I ran track next year, I was going to be faster than everybody on the court. Like everything kind of coincides with everything. And then if you're good at it, stick with it. Why not?
Yeah. So how could you talk to, let's say, like, I feel like I'm not in that mind state. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm kind of on the fence. I'm a little scared to try a few things.
Oh well, you
know what
said the
I'm
word
saying?
right there. Scared. You understand what I'm saying? Being courageous is taking the step. You understand what I'm saying? That's the most courageous thing you can do is take the step. Cause like once you take the step, then bro, when I made my first t-shirt, things was crooked. It wasn't, you understand what I'm saying? If you do something, you're just gonna get better. You understand what I'm saying? That's what kind of, this is a real sidebar, but like, I don't understand how music is so trash now. Because the more you rap, the better you're supposed to get. You feel me? Like, these guys are just not getting better. Like, I don't know. That was like real off. But it's just one of those things, like, if you like it and you feel you good at it, keep practicing your craft. Because that's the whole thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people get comfortable. So don't get comfortable and be courageous. That simple. Always step out your comfort zone. That's non-existent in my world, a comfort zone. That really doesn't exist. You understand what I'm saying? Always trying something new. You always supposed to strive for more. Realistically, I've never been a millionaire. I'm trying to be a millionaire. That's something new. You feel me? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just a mind state. Like, be courageous and do not be fearful at all. There's nothing to fear. What's gonna happen? You're gonna fail and try something else.
That's perfect. You talking spicy. I hope y'all got y'all pen in y'all paper.
Like I said, bro, last summer I was playing tennis, bro. I sucked. I sucked. I had fun though.
It was fun though.
You understand what I'm saying? But I met a lot of people. You understand what I'm saying? A real good friend of mine, he's does cut and sew. I met him playing tennis. He has he works for HBO as like a producer, and on the side, yeah, it's crazy, right? He's and then on the side he collects cigars and he does cut and sew. So he like would take like 2 pairs of pants and like put them together, or like 4 pairs of pants and like put them together, or make a hat out of a pair. I met him. Shout out to my boy John. But I met him attempting to play tennis last year. This summer I want to learn how to play golf. All jokes aside, I want to learn how to play golf.
And you gonna meet some
you know. But it's funny though, because I don't really go into just thinking these things. Like, I just be wanting to try stuff. Okay. Honestly, yeah. And then because bro, I go to the bathroom and meet a millionaire. I don't know, but I told anybody. You know, it's just one of those things. People out there, don't get it twisted. I have my bad days. If it's 8:00 in the morning, please don't bother me. Honestly, please don't bother me. It's too early for conversations. Salute you. I do like your outfit. I'm still a human. You know? But it's simple things like that, though. You know, just be courageous and don't be scared to try new things.
That's heavy. I feel like that's heavy. All right, back to the electrician to...
electrician?
That transition.
It's funny.
So was electrician a rapper to handmade?
No, it was rapper. Yeah, it was rapper to unemployed. Okay. To working at UPS for 5 years, to unemployed again, to handmade is going on between the second unemployment. So this is like an idea, but I don't got no money to do anything. Okay. So at this time, like, I met Mo Diamonds, but I don't have enough money. I didn't even have the $10 to go to him. Like, honestly. But that was at that time. So it was like UPS, unemployed. So handmade was like being cooked up. And then back to electrician school, handmade again. Unemployed again. Full-time entrepreneur. That's literally the timeline.
So hold on. So what was you think? Because that's some time, right? Like, what's going through your mind as you're going through these steps? You know what I'm saying? How do you take your next step? You know what I'm saying? How do you move forward and just keep it pushing? Like, what was your motivation?
I don't want to say something corny like my son, but like my son played him. Nah, because everybody because mad people be like, yeah, my kids. Like, I'm not that guy. I don't want to give you a cliche answer, but having my son played a major part in it. But it was more like, all right, what am I doing now? Like, I want to give him something, but like, I don't want to be the UPS guy forever. Like, to me, like, so my mom is a chef. Like, seeing people's reaction when I tell people my mom is a chef, I kind of like that. You feel me? Like, so growing up, when I had my kid, I never wanted to, what does your dad do? My dad is the mailman. Like, I never wanted to be, there's nothing wrong with being the mailman, You feel me? But
Not for
like,
you.
well, to be honest, that's kind of cool though. Like, whose dad is actually the mailman? Honestly, now that I think about, it, I don't know no one whose dad is the mailman. I know a lot of people who work at the post office. No one's the actual mailman.
Right, that delivers it. Yeah.
See, this is probably an illusion, bro.
So we in the Matrix right now.
But yeah,
but for yourself, you knew that from young. Like,
yeah, like bro, I never wanted to be a regular guy. Like I started rapping when I was 9 years old. Like my dream was to be, bro. When I'm 9-year-old me, 20 years later, you ask me like where am I about to be? Because I'm about to be 29. So 20 years later, when I started, I'll be on tour right now, world tour. You asked me that 10 years ago, the answer would have been the same. You asked me that 5 years ago, maybe on tour. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then I hung up the rap dreams. But in between that, I wanted to be a basketball player. And then I realized I was good at track. So I got a couple of track offers, but my grades wasn't that good. So like, you know, things of that nature. Like I still, you know, just kind of always did a lot, like always. So I never wanted to be a regular guy, like ever. Like even if I was like the mailman, I probably would have been the mailman with like the big headphones dancing through the neighborhood. Like I would have been the extra. I probably would have like remixed my uniform or something like that. Cause I remember when I was at UPS, they used to give us like, you know, hats and stuff. Mm-hmm. I actually got in trouble because I used to like basically like design my own hats. So I used to like take bleach and like acid wash it, distress it. Okay. And then I got in trouble at was people was buying hats from like, or like getting the hats for themselves and then paying me to do it.
Hold on. Nah, don't skip over that so fast. Hold on. So
it's always a lot, bro.
right. Because that's in the creative realm of, you know what I'm saying, the same type of thing you're doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so like, how did we get into making custom UPS hats?
So I've always been like a hat guy. And like this is when like the dad hat thing came about. So remember, I was broke at the time. You feel me? Mm-hmm. This is like beginning, like these are towards the end of my UPS days. My whole unemployment. This like this part of the story. Mm. So basically,
what year is this? Put us in
let's
in
see.
A line.
This is 2015. Either 15, 16, or 17. Oh. That time span. Okay. So either 16 and 17, 15, 16, one of those. Okay. Like that time span. It was 16 and 17. It
was 16 and 17.
Yeah, because I got fired in 17. So yeah, 2016 and 17. I remember all of these years.
So wait, you had got fired because of the hats?
No, I got fired because my boss didn't like me. And it didn't help that I was selling the hats. They just found a reason to fire me. Yeah. Like basically, they used everything like in my past and fired me because I like came to work like 30 seconds late one day. Like they got me out of there.
They was stacking
I was doing more than that, but we're gonna leave it at the hats.
The hats.
We're gonna leave it at the hats. But UPS stands for underpaid slavery. Sue me, shoot me, I don't care. That's what it stands for. Underpaid slavery. No one. You have to be working there for 30 years to actually make money. There's no money in that.
I feel that.
At all. You know? So like, you know, I have these big dreams, but I'm not making any money. You know? And this is like right when my son was born. Like my son wasn't even 1 year old yet. Mm. So I wanted to do the.
Got some pressure.
Yeah, of course. Mm. Bro, I was making like $250 a week. Mm. My rent on and I lived on my own. My rent was $500.
Oh, so that's.
I didn't drive. I'm going back. You understand what I'm saying? So you feel me? Like all of these things. I was broke, bro. Like for real, I was really broke. But luckily I've always been a hat guy, so I just had like mad hats around, and like the dad hat thing started being trendy, and I just had mad hats around the crib that I just didn't wear. To be honest, I have no idea where these hats came from. Like I just started stockpiling these old like Nike hats and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I seen this dude like on the train one day with like an acid wash. I'm like, yo, where you get your hat from? It was like a Nike hat. He was just like, yo, I made it. I was just like, word. Went on YouTube immediately.
So okay, hold on. All right, I'm gonna ask you this question in a minute. How, the question of why does it come to your brain when you see, because you said that earlier. You said that you saw Buddy doing XYZ with the shirts. So your immediate thought when seeing something creative is, let me do that? Where did that come from? Like, what is that about?
Let's see. All right, so you ever seen that reel of Diddy and he's in his office and he just got his MTV deal? He's just like, yes, I'm a savage. I can do. That part wasn't the part of the video that resonated with me. The part was the end when he said, what's next? I'm not going to sit down. When he looked at his man, he said, what can't you do? I can do it. And I was just like, oh, I feel that. What can't you do? I can do it. But, to be honest, when I see something that's cool, the first thing, I could do that. Honestly, like I could have did anything in the construction world, you know. So my boy that I was staying with at the time, I was that broke. I was staying with my boy. He was an electrician. You an electrician? I could do it too.
So that's how
it's really that simple.
That's how you got to be an electrician.
Yeah. I seen the son on the train one day. I was going to a job interview to work at like after school program, making like $13 an hour.
Wow.
You know. For those who's listening in another state, $13 in New York is nothing. It is nothing. That is nothing in New York City. But I seen an ad saying MTA was hiring the train people. Okay. They was hiring 50,000 electricians starting at I think like 40,000 a year. I'm like 40,000. So I told I told my boy about it. I'm just like, yo, bro, how you? Because this been my man's for years, and he was from the streets. Mm-hmm. But I asked him, I'm just like, bro, how you became an electrician? He was just like, bro, I went to trade school straight out of jail. You feel me? For 7 months. I'm like, 7 months, that's all it takes. He's like, yeah. They give you job placement and everything. I'm an electrician now. Mm-hmm. Bro, I'm talking about immediately right then and there, looked up trade schools for electrician. And then I found out that you don't really need no money to start. Uh-huh. Because they got student loans. Bro, I'd never been to college or none of that before. So I didn't know about student loans. Bro, I thought you had to pay money to do these things. I didn't know. Right. Immediately became an electrician.
Yeah. So how would you, like, let's say, like, I don't have that mentality of, like, you know what I'm saying, the what's next or how can I do it or whatever the case may be, right? But I'm still trying to, you know, be in that space and still trying to level up, like, how could you? I don't know if you can, because it's just your mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, but I got the answer.
If you could put it into words for somebody else.
If you don't feel like you're the person that's going to take the step, you need to stand right next to the person who is.
Say that again.
If you're not going to be the person who's going to take the step, you need to be standing next to the person that is.
Keep going.
Because, listen, man, like, someone has to be the idea. You know, someone has to be the guy. It doesn't always have to be me, you know. I'm just okay with taking the chance. Perfect. My older brother does music videos and he's still in the music industry. I gave up on the music industry. I made more connections through him still pursuing it than me pursuing it. I just stood next to the guy. Bro, on set, I'm just the production assistant. I'm not the boss. I'm literally the guy holding the light. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I made so many connections that it transcended into my world. Because I was standing next to the guy.
What type of humility do you have to have for that? You get what I'm saying? Because I feel like sometimes people will get caught up in, like, I want to be the boss. I want, you know what I'm saying? And get kind of prideful. I feel like even me, I got caught into that, you know what I'm saying, a few years ago, like, oh, nah, like, I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying, number 2, number 5, number this. Yeah. But just like you were saying, like, okay, you're number 2 in this area. You get what you need to get. And then you bring it to your area. So yeah.
All right. So it's like sports. A center and a point guard, one isn't necessarily better than the other. They have 2 different jobs. You understand what I'm saying? But when it's time for the point guard to pass the ball to the center, that's just his job. And it's time for the center, it's time to shine. When we're on defense, it's the center's time to shine. Not really the point guard. And vice versa. So you always just got to know what's your job, what's your role. You feel me? And if you don't know your role, well, it's time to figure it out. It's really that simple because no one likes being in the back. When me and my brother was making music, he was the front man. I hated being the background guy. That's probably why I'm not a rapper anymore. You understand what I'm saying? But I wasn't mature enough to understand sometimes you can't play every game. You can't always take the last shot. You're not always going to be the MVP. That can't happen every time. That's not real. You need, like, just come into reality. Honestly, remember we was talking before, my mentor told me, if you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go with a team.
Say that one more time.
If you want to go far, you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go, you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go with a team. Like, it's really that simple. How many sports is just one person besides like fighting, like one-on-one? And then when you think about it, between rounds, they go back to their team.
Yep.
And if you got a weak corner, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. It doesn't matter how good the fighter is. If you don't got a good trainer, a good coach, a good person that's to spar with, you're going to lose. You're going to go in there and get knocked out. It doesn't matter how hard you hit.
So you said tying those two things in, right, about a good coach and trainer and and you said you have a mentor. How did that come about? Like, how does getting a mentor happen?
So this is actually one of my like childhood friends. I've known him since the 7th grade. So I'm from Jamaica, Queens. So like, let me paint I don't think I have to paint the picture. Like 50 Cent is from there, Nicki Minaj is from there. Like, I'm from what some would say the ghetto or the hood. So as an adult, when we keep in touch with our friends via Facebook. When I seen him on Facebook and he was wearing a suit to work every day, I wanted to know what this guy was talking about. So he has a podcast with my boy KB. Shout out to my boy KB, the trainer, the best trainer, female trainer in New York City, hands down.
What he trained?
Body. Your body. He's a fitness trainer. Hands down though. But he's so they have a podcast called Entrepreneurhood. I just, they talking about being an entrepreneur. I'm in this world. I don't really have many entrepreneur friends. I don't have much people to talk to about it. Let me hear something. Let me hear these guys' perspective. And then I just became a fan. Honestly, so my boy, like him, he ended up putting out Entrepreneur Championship Planner. Somewhere in here. But I just, let me buy this planner and let me see how it works. Let me support him. It was more of a support thing than me actually, believing in the product. And then I started using it.
You're getting into your business and it's not really feeling how you thought it would feel. Maybe you're right in the beginning and things don't piece out the way that you thought they would. Or maybe you've been doing business for a while and things used to be nice and maybe we're at a plateau or even a downslope. Sometimes it feels like you just need somebody to throw ideas back and forth with. Or maybe you need somebody to talk about a whole plan, something for marketing or branding or some type of strategy, put something together and execute on it really nicely. If you are feeling these type of things, you need to make sure you hit up Crystal Visions for all of your branding, content, marketing, and everything in between. They will make sure you are covered from A to Z, everything that you need for your business. They will sit you down and make sure you got it right. Again, hit up Crystal Visions. That's Crystal VZNS on Instagram. Back to the episode.
And in my head, me being the person that I am, I was just like, yo, if I, actually engage with them and hit them up like, hey, how do I be a guest? That's more promo for me. You understand what I'm saying?
Wait, so what did you have going on at that point? Like
at that point, so Handmade is already on and going right now. So this is like during the pandemic, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
So this is 2020, but like not when we locked inside, but like
it's a little weird.
Yeah, it's like
what's
weird.
Going on
so
right
like
now?
Everyone was still like doing the podcast via like Zoom and like things like this wasn't happening.
Right.
So like that was pretty cool. So
that was easier for you even still. Like,
yeah, but at this time, like surprisingly, the pandemic was the best thing that happened to Handmade. So once the lockdown happened, everything slowed down. Everybody got their what was it called? The
stimmies.
Yeah, everybody got their stimmy, and it went crazy. And then the unemployment and all that hooked up. And then, unfortunately, the George Floyd situation happened. So then it was like trendy to support black business.
Okay.
I was here for that.
Right.
I was in all the support black business Facebook groups, all that, dropping links. Because at the time, my vendor was doing sweatsuits for selling his sweatsuits blank for $16, and I was selling them for $50.
Oh yeah.
Like you can't beat a $50 sweatsuit. So people was coming to me like, "What? How much? $50 for the whole thing?" Yeah, let me get 2.
Wow.
So like my goal was to sell 200 sweatsuits and make 10,000. Like that was like the goal. So that's where the whole $50 thing came from. But going backtracking, so I was rocking with their podcast OD because everything they were saying, I'm just like, true. I felt that because it wasn't more like this is how you become an entrepreneur. It wasn't that. It was more like the mind state, the lifestyle of an entrepreneur. Okay, that's all. Just like, oh no, I'm feeling this. You know, it was things like the balance between, you know, having a girlfriend and, you know, being an entrepreneur and, you know, things like that. Like, you know, making sure like you take care of your health, like things of that nature. Because like I said, my boy KB's a trainer. Mm-hmm. So moving forward, my boy Lake Kim ended up dropping a planner called the Entrepreneurship Championship Planner. I originally bought it to like support. You feel me? Because it's just like, yo, you're an entrepreneur, I'm an entrepreneur. You buy stuff from me all the time. Let me buy the planner, you know? And then I used it. The first week that I used it, I automatically seen a difference. And I never used the planner before, you know? And then moving forward, he does a small coaching call with the planner to teach you how to use it. So it's like a part of the planner that says like at the end of the week you do a weekly review, and then it says like, who do you need to tell you love them? Things like that, you know? And it's just like, bro, this is working. You understand what I'm saying? This is helping me like balance the life between regular life and entrepreneur life. And then he started, you know, offering services, and then he was just like, bro, I'm rocking with you. I'll coach you, no problem. And yeah, so like this whole year I had a coach, and I started the second business. So I'm in like a transition. Everything's about transition. I can't stay in the same place. What's next? What can't you do? Right. Nah, like that's solid. Really the whole thing. So yeah, yo, bro, this thing's been a roller coaster, bro. Right. Like in 2020, like I lost my job on my fiance's birthday. September 13th, 2019. I lost my electrician job. Okay, yeah. People's probably listening like, dang, this man can't keep a job for nothing. Good thing he's an entrepreneur. But yeah, bro, I ended up getting fired from my electrician job on her birthday. And this was like her 25th birthday, so it was like a really big deal. Oh, yeah. So like she had friends and family like fly in. It was like an elegant party. Like we got dressed up, and I'm just like, yeah, you know, we done spent all this money, but yeah, next week is my last check. Wow. But earlier that year, so this is September. So in March 15th, earlier that year, I had launched the brand officially. So I had the website. I had like inventory, vendors, things of that nature. So you know, things were going, but they weren't. I remember being at work and I was like, sell one T-shirt, and people would think I hit the lottery. I'd be like, yeah, like, yo, I used to look on the watch like, yo, I just got another sale, it's lit. Like, bro, I remember I sold like 3 shirts in like one work day. I was just like, I'm quitting. Right, it's over. You're done. Like, I'm finished. I'm done. So that was pretty cool. So when I lost my job, ironically, that was the same year that Rolling Loud came to New York the first time. And the black and royal blue 12s came out. Yeah, it was black and royal blue 12s, and everybody that I knew had them. I couldn't afford them at the time, but guess what I did have? I had a box full of black hoodies, and I had a bunch of royal blue vinyl. So every person who posted, I got these sneakers, yeah, I hit them up. Yo, I got a hoodie that match it. And then it ended up me having at least like 45 handmade products in Rolling Loud, New York. Wow. Wasn't even there. But I was there. I had so much Rolling Loud content. It was crazy because remember, was it 2 or 3 days? Yeah. So like people were, you know, because you out in a festival. So like I said, I'm selling my stuff for cheap, like $50. So like yo, let me get 2 sweatsuits. Let me get 3 sweatsuits. Quick. So like I had like 45 products out there. I had one of my boys, like I just gave him stuff like, what you got, VIP passes? Yo, here. And then at the beginning, the majority of my stuff had like reflective on it. So like in all the pictures at nighttime, like they stood out. Flash. So they was in like the background of people pictures. Like I seen my stuff everywhere and wasn't even there. Yeah. So that's when I was just like, all right, this might work. I'm on to something. Yeah, because I had the machines, but it was one of those things like I eventually wanted to quit my job. Right. That's really what it was. Yeah. So
how talk a little bit about the mindset that you have to have, because that's like, you know, a form of marketing, you know what I'm saying, especially like peer-to-peer, mouth-to-mouth type of thing. Like, what was your thought process when you were doing that? Like, you put all the pieces together, and then, you know, you started seeing all your pieces just for like Rolling Loud.
To be honest, bro, that was more desperation than anything. You know, I was to the point where it's just like, bro, I just lost my job. At this time, I'm like, she wasn't my fiance at the time, but like we were living together.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you never want to be the person not holding up their end of the bills. You get what I'm saying? I'm just like, all right, I got a little bit of money saved up. Luckily, I was a little smart. And I got one more check coming. What we gonna do after that, though? You understand what I'm saying? And I don't like my lifestyle to change based on my circumstance. Like, honestly, like if I go out to a restaurant when I got $1 million, I still want to be able to go when I got $100. You understand what I'm saying? So I try not to do things that's like too extravagant, and I try not to do things that's too like, you know, low tier. Like, you know, I try to, you know, I'm right there in the middle.
You're in the middle.
Yeah,
chilling.
so like I didn't really want it. So that was just me being desperate, honestly. Me being prideful and desperate.
Yeah.
Honestly. And
so,
then
right. I guess I would ask, like, is there anything you picked up from it in terms of like, okay, now I applied that there, I guess maybe that's a part of the.
well, the next step was
Yeah.
because then I sold out of hoodies, but I was buying them online.
Okay.
But people were still asking for
Okay.
the hoodies because they were just like, oh, I seen Patrick out there with the hoodie on. I didn't know. Like, okay, let's do it. All they seen like me because like I did video coverage because I did a whole party for my launch when I launched my website.
Ooh,
Yeah, I did a whole party, but luckily it was just me having a friend that owns a bar.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you feel me? You never know who you meet.
Right.
You know,
right.
like I just met a guy who owns a bar. He was in the beginning stages of his bar trying to, you know, get his name up. Yo, do you do events here? Not really. All right, can I do an event here? Yeah, you can. It came out to be a really good event, you know? Like,
yeah, so speak on like the importance of, you know, those type of connections, and then, you know, having the mindset to put those pieces together for whatever you need to do.
you just stay on your toes. Like everything is you just have to always be like willing to adapt and just change. You know, because what I was getting at was when like people were asking me for the like hoodies and t-shirts and things of that nature, but I didn't have them, and like a fool I was taking people's money. So what I had to maneuver and do, because people's like, yo, where's the product? You feel me? I'm just like, yeah, I'm still waiting for it to come. All right, now I need to find a vendor in town. I know there's a garment district in the city. I used to wake up 8 o'clock every morning and just walk around until like for 4 hours, bro. Literally, I could not leave the city until 12 o'clock.
Wow, yeah.
I found all the vendors that I needed within like 3 weeks, though.
Yeah.
Literally just walking around. Oh, I need a t-shirt. They got t-shirts, but let me see if these people can give it to me for $3.50 instead of $4. You know, and luckily doing like research and homework, you know, I knew what to look for. I just didn't know where to get it. You know, like just little simple things like that. So always be willing to like adapt. Because if I would have stuck to like, yeah, the hoodies is coming in the mail, you just gotta wait. Here's the funny part. And I'm not even lying, when the hoodies finally came, I opened the box and it looked like a truck ran over them.
Wow, yeah. And so the quality was all
It wasn't even that. It literally looked like a truck ran over them, like it was tire marks on them.
Oh.
Like literally.
You could actually see the marks
yes,
on it.
bro. And it like the box was like mangled. They looked like they put the box back together.
Yeah.
And then and I was just so thankful that I had found the local vendors already, because I just wanted to get these people off my back, because I don't believe in refunds.
Oh yeah.
I don't speak that. What? Me no speak a refund.
Little baby.
But yeah, man. So it's really about adjusting. You know, be willing to adjust, be willing to adapt. Like right now, like even with the climate of like fashion, when I first started, everybody was in sweatsuits. The pandemic happened, people doubled down on sweatsuits because everything was about comfort. Now outside is back open. Nobody really wants to wear a sweatsuit. You want to get fly. All that money that you was getting on unemployment, all them outfits that you had stacked up, you're not about to wear that with no sweatsuit. I didn't know that. Now I got a storage unit full of sweatsuits now.
Okay,
you know, so everything is about adjusting. And listen, entrepreneurs, take it on the chin. It's going to happen. That's just all it is. Like, just take it on the chin. Be ready to take it on the chin. I remember, bro, I done got stuff from China, and I tried to be smart and get like extra like sizes that's like more popular of one thing, and then I got like some basketball shorts and the size medium was actually an extra small.
How?
Because
like the Chinese?
Because of the size difference. I didn't know that. I bought over 100 pairs of shorts. and then waited for shipping and trying to complain to them, and I'm just like, well, they actually gave me what I asked for. I just didn't know what I was asking for. So just always be ready to take it on the chin and adjust. So what I did, I went to the garment district. I seen that they sold like blank tags, like with the size. So like a small tag, a medium tag. Cut the old ones off and change the sizes around. Mm-hmm. It's that simple. Now, the 2X guys couldn't get no shorts. Sorry, guys, but, you know, because I was trying to go up to like size 4X. Yeah, like get crazy, but it didn't work out that way. So a size small was like an extra small. Like I remember I tried to like put one on and my leg couldn't fit through it.
Wow, yeah.
Because I picked it up, I'm like, am I tripping? Like,
right, going in your own head.
Yo, bro, but like you just gotta adjust.
Right.
It's just really that simple. Like if you're gonna keep whining about it, it happened already.
Mm-hmm. What would you say was like one of the hardest things that you had to go through and then come over and now you could speak to the next man like, yo, like it's gonna be straight?
The hardest thing that I went through.
I feel like you were saying the walking around that might have been up there, but I don't know if you got any, you know.
Oh, I'm trying to think because a lot of things happen. Like we touched on it lightly, but like 2020 was a good year for me. But in New York City, the pandemic hit March 15th. I opened my store March 1st.
Mm-hmm, like a storefront.
Like like I had a store and like a little portion of a little market store, flea market situation, but it was mine. I opened March 1st. I had to close March 15th. And then what happened? George Floyd. My store got looted.
Wow.
Lost everything. Everything either got taken or damaged. You know, so like, I didn't think after that 2020 was going to be my best year. I didn't know that. Those same basketball shorts that came wrong, I could have cried about it. I did the adjustments, still put them out. They sold out in 8 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, still to this day I haven't done no craziness like that, but you know they like. But moments like that are just like, all right, bro, it's part of it. You know, just keep going, bro. Be courageous. You know, have the heart to keep. You want to do it, do it. Mm-hmm. It's really that simple. Like if you say you want to be a fashion designer, well, design some fashion. You know, you want to be a tough guy, you better be the toughest guy walking the streets. Like that's just how I look at it. You know, luckily I make t-shirts for a living. You know, so but I go hard. You know what I'm saying? You guys are lucky that that's what I want to do. You know, but like I said, when I gave track a chance, I won 16 medals. When I played basketball, I wasn't the best basketball player. But it goes back into my last thing. It's fun. He's my best man in my wedding. I'm getting married in September. But he was the captain of my basketball team. My business coach, my mentor, he was on my basketball team. They were the co-captains of my basketball team. So I understood you can still be of value, but play your role. You know, like a lot of people would think that like because you're not the main guy, you're not valuable. So I guess it's the mindset. Like a lot of moments, you know, really help mold what I'm doing right now. So like when I was on the track team, I'm out there running by myself, but I'm still on the team. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't the fastest guy on the team. I ran long distance. I could just run longer than the fastest guy. You understand what I'm saying? I went out there trying to be fast. Honestly, I was one of the slowest guys on the team, hands down. And then my coach realized, "You not tired yet?" "No, I'm good." Because I was used to running back and forth on a basketball court, but not that fast. You get what I'm saying? Like everything was about adjustments. And I found out that I was good at running a long time. I'm going to run a long time. Like, why am I going to keep trying to be the fast guy?
So just play your role.
Play your role. Like some people, if you want to get into fashion and you want to do denim and denim is too expensive, start with a t-shirt. Start with a hat. It's really that simple. Like I started where I built my clientele at, where people started knowing me as a creative, was making UPS hats. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And touching back on that, the way I got into that was I had a bunch of hats just laying around the crib, and I couldn't afford to do t-shirts. I wanted to do t-shirts, sweatsuits, all that stuff. That's what I originally wanted to do, but I had a bunch of old Nike hats around, and I seen the dude with the hat. Went on YouTube, learned how to make the hat. Just wore the hat because I thought it was cool. Wore the hat to work. Yo, where you get the hat from? I made it myself. Word, how much? $20. Oh, now where y'all get those hats from? Now me and one other person got, where y'all get those hats from? Oh, he made it. Really, how much? $25. it got to the point where I was doing the hats and putting like Pokemon patches on it, where the most expensive one I sold was $60.
Wow. Yeah.
And that was I think the patch cost me like $3, and I think I got like a pack of them. So like I was able to make more hats with them. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because like now that I look back on it, I'm like, yo, these hats is trash. Like,
right, you're not even feeling it like that.
Yo, them hats is trash, bro. That thing there was just like the differentness. Like, oh, you got the UPS hat with a Pokeball on the side and it's bleached and all that. And I'm talking about I'm delivering packages and customers is on some like, yo, I love your hat.
Right.
Like stuff like that. Yeah, I made it. Like, you know, stuff like that. And one of the customers was just like, do you got a business card? And I'm just like,
ding. That's when you
that was one of the moments I didn't have the let me go.
Oh, okay.
But it was more like this is going to work. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the only person that think this is hot, you know? Because I had a lot of, you know, ideas back in the day that I thought was hot. Like, I had this moment in junior high school where I used to, like, change the laces on my white ups to match my outfit, but I only wore white ups. Thinking I was fly, like, come on, bro. Like, bad move.
Extra.
Bad move, bro. Really bad move. And it was outrageous color, like yellow and pink and all that. And I have like a pink polo on. It was bad.
Wow.
But I wasn't scared to take the chance. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. Did I get made fun of? Yeah. I don't care. That was the whole thing. Like, bro, people's going to talk about you in front of your face, behind your back. It doesn't really matter. You can have a nice outfit on and people be like, yo, he fly. He got some big feet though. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, somebody always gonna have something to say. It doesn't matter. None of that matters, bro. If you want to do something, do it. It's really that simple. And make adjustments. Don't be afraid. Just do it.
Right.
Nike says it for a reason. Just do it. Like, whatever you want to do, just do it. It's really that simple. I wanted to start doing like photography for the brand, to do product photography. Now I do all my own shoots. I do everything myself. So I do my own shoots, my own social media. I make the clothes myself. Like,
yeah, continue to close that gap from like 2020 to how we looking now. Like, what
so 2020 was like a great year, a super duper great year. I got my first storage unit in like September. September 2020. So I had like a great summer, and then things started like kind of dying down because once again it's about making adjustments. I wasn't making adjustments. What happened when it got cold again? I put the same thing that I put out the year before that. All over again. Luckily, like, I had a little bit more of a name for myself. So if you wanted the red one before and I didn't have it, you can get the red one now. But the sales like started slowing down, and luckily I do everything in house. So I was able to start doing like more photo shoots and everything to start recapturing the audience. And yeah, now I'm in my own office space situation because I was doing all of this in my living room. If you want to do it, just do it, bro. I had thousands of dollars of equipment in my living room.
You just made it.
There's no real excuse to not do something. If you don't know how to, go on the internet. If you don't have the money to, there's always a cheaper alternative for something. For everything, honestly, like everything.
Yeah.
No one really has an excuse, bro. Honestly, whatever you want to do, you really can do it.
You're not listening to none of y'all.
Nah, man. Unless you want to do something, nope. Because I know you heard the Cat Williams joke, like, oh, it's the dude with no legs who won the Olympics.
Wow, nah, I don't know about.
Yeah, it's like this Cat Williams stand up. He was just like, poor little Tink. So they tried to disqualify. They tried to disqualify a homie because he had the robot legs and he won the race.
Okay.
You feel me? And they were just like, yeah, that don't count. He don't got no legs. How? Like, what? That's what I was about to say. Well, unless you want to like be a track star and you don't got no leg. Tink did it.
Right.
So you don't really, you understand what I'm saying? If you want to put your mind to it, you can do it. I wasn't the best basketball player. I ended up getting my own little couple dollars up, and I have a basketball team that I run every summer. I'm a basketball coach in the summertime.
What?
Coach Mike. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So I just try to, we all like to do stuff. You get what I'm saying? If you want to play video games, try to get in a video game tournament. Learn how to play video games. Go on YouTube and do the reviews about video games, and you can build notoriety there, and then that can branch off into you doing something else. Everything is a branch off of everything. Honestly, everything came off of me taking a chance of wanting to be a rapper. That's what everything came down to.
Taking a chance.
Bro, when I was coming up, people used to make fun of me and my friends for rapping. Now everyone's a rapper. Like, it's okay to be a rapper, but like studios everywhere and all that wasn't really a thing. You know, so like when everything came from me taking a chance being a rapper. People used to make fun of us. You know, people used to really like try us and call us goofy and lame and all that stuff. And I remember some girl literally, her name was Yvette too. Sorry, block that out, blur that out. But you feel me? She literally looked me dead in my face and said, "Yo, you are never gonna make it." Wow. I will never forget that. I will never forget that. But she really, that was one of those things. When she said that, I was just like, "You don't even know. You don't know. You don't even know." Like, you know, and it's so crazy. But everything came from me taking a chance at wanting to be a rapper.
Mm-hmm. That's something that, you know, we was talking about last time. You was talking about, you know, taking a chance. Like, you was like, you could have came to my studio. I could have been a killer, bro. You could be done right now, bro.
But listen,
you know,
you said that
chance.
You know, you wanted. This is something that you wanted to do. You took the chance, bro. You in a completely different place. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm from Florida.
You feel me? Like, you are in the middle of Brooklyn right now, and my studio right now. You did not know what was on the other side of the door. Luckily, it's this. And then he came back 2 times, y'all.
Right, that's the second time. Right.
You know, but you took the chance. You know, and it's vice versa. Like, I appreciate you coming through and actually wanting to hear my story. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can talk about myself for days. I'm surprised nobody came through and asked. Thank you.
Right. Now they know. They're going to be like, hold on, he can talk. We
bro. So it's one of those things, like, just take a chance. Be courageous. You know? Like, don't let nobody tell you no. Like, that does not... Fear, no, and refund does not exist in my world. At all. You know, like, is there things that, like, I'll be wanting to do, and it's like, oh, man, I want to do it. No, I'm doing it. And then the first thing that I do is try to find someone who does what I want to do. And then I stand next to them. Then I ask questions. Then I take action. It's really that simple. And if you're standing next to them, because there's a lot of things on some... I wanted to play tennis last year. I was learning how to play tennis. Going home with my ankles burning every day ain't my cup of tea. You understand what I'm saying? But I gave it a try. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things where we get into and it's not what we thought it would be.
Right.
And that's okay.
That's okay, yeah.
Take the chance, though. Because there's a lot of things that I'm doing now, like making clothes. That's a lot easier to me than I thought it would be. You know, like, I didn't think at 29 years old, well, 28 going on 29 years old, I'll own 2 businesses, have my own office. I didn't know none of this. Mm-hmm. Even when I got the office, I didn't know I literally put the chips in the middle of the table. Like, I didn't know if this was going to be a thing that was going to, like, I'll be able to sustain this. I didn't know that. I still don't know. I'm taking a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can put out a t-shirt and no one buys it. You can put out a song and nobody likes it. Like, but how do you know if you don't put it out, if you don't take the chance? You don't know. You could be the next best thing and you don't even know. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things that we see people, like, a lot of successful things, and you be like, but DJ Khaled, he's doing what he wants to do. He is the definition of everything that I'm saying. Because to the untrained eye, it looks like he's just saying his name on the song and he doesn't say a word or write the lyrics. He doesn't make the beat. None of that. He had a vision and he put the pieces together and make a masterpiece. That didn't come overnight. He was standing next to the guy. If you know the song "Make It Rain" by Fat Joe and Lil Wayne. Oh damn! I showed my age on that one. I showed my age on that one. Yeah, bro. But yo, Fat Joe got a song called "Make It Rain" with
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, you from Florida?
I'm like, hey, my bad. Yeah, I'm tripping.
But if you watch that video, DJ Khaled is holding the umbrella over Fat Joe.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like, he was like the Mr. Bentley, Farnsworth Bentley guy. Farnsworth Bentley. He used to be Diddy's butler. He had his own show on MTV.
Right.
How to Be a Gentleman. He used standing next to the guy. He used what he know. He's about his dapper dressing thing. He was taking hood dudes and teaching them how to be a gentleman. It's not hard, guys.
Just gotta do it.
It's not hard. I'm a sneaker con vendor. That came from a bunch of guys saying, hey, I love sneakers. You love sneakers too. We sell them all the time. I know other people do it. Maybe we should put them all in one place. Mm-hmm. It's that simple. They didn't know that this was going to be the biggest sneaker convention of the world. Before they did it, a sneaker convention didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? Take the chance. Be courageous. You never know. You feel what I'm saying? But be DJ Khaled. You feel me? Observe, study. You know, do your homework. Make the right connections. Put the pieces together and execute. There we go. There's the formula right there. I just freestyled it and it sounds right.
Y'all boys heard it right here first, man. That's some good stuff that you telling the people, man. Well, how we looking for the future for you? Like, what kind of things can we look forward to from Black House, from Handmade, from Mike Blaq in general?
I'm actually trying to get a TV show.
Oh,
that's my next goal.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my own TV show. I want to start out with like something on like YouTube. So like I have so many passions. I have so many things that I wanted to do, but the reason why I was so gung ho at being a sneaker con vendor because I love shoes. Like I remember the transition from like just going to get some sneakers on Saturday to standing on the line to going on the app. Like I really experienced all of it. You feel me? But I love it though. I love it. And the fact that it's like so many young guys out here getting rich off of reselling shoes, let's go. So like one of my things is I stopped doing the buy, trade, sell, and I'm a collector now. So I want to do a show of me trying to collect 365 pairs in 365 days.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I got something like that, like where it's like, you know, I'm just getting my grails, you know what I'm saying, all the joints that I've been wanting, and I was thinking about like making it into a show type of thing. Like
See,
that,
don't think about do that.
I gotta do it.
Just do it.
Now, but I need the money for the grails though.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
But listen,
but maybe you can make some connections where, like, you know, you could do some type of bartering system where, like, you got to give them some type of like content creation in exchange for the there's something can always happen.
That boy, so you make it work.
Yeah. Listen, bro. Don't stop letting people tell you no.
Wow.
That doesn't exist. You know, like don't do that. Like no. What does that mean?
That boy flip it.
Like what does that mean? Like, bro, you could do whatever you want. You want to do that? Do it. It's gonna happen. Simple.
Facts, man. So if we could wrap it up once, I mean, I think you did. You pretty much did just now. But if you could wrap it up in one sentence, everything, whatever you would want to tell, I think you just did it. You want to do it again?
Stand clear of closing doors.
What that mean? What that mean to you?
Well, if you're from New York, it means that your stop is coming. But to Handmade New York, that means don't focus on the obstacles and the doors that close in front of you. Focus on your destination and your stop in life. You know, life's a train ride. Stand clear of the closing doors and focus on your stop. It's that simple. Wifey came up with it. I didn't. That's for part 2 of the interview.
Right. Nah, that was crazy how you put that in there.
But yeah, stand clear of the closing doors and don't believe in no, refund, and fair. Emphasis on the refund, so don't ask for it. You get store credit.
Man, well, there it is, man. I appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, I appreciate your time, brother.
I appreciate you guys coming through, checking out the Crystal Visions podcast, man. Let them know where they can find you at on wherever you at.
Catch me on Instagram at I'm Pretty Black. I'm like letter M, Pretty Black, BLAQ, Mike Blaq. You can follow the print shop if you're trying to get your own business started. Black House Customs, that's BLAQ House Customs. And if you're trying to get dripped right, you feel me, and tell that New York City story, follow Handmade New York. Everything's spelled the correct way, spelled out New York, Handmade New York.
For sure, man. We definitely gotta get a part 2 in a little bit deeper,
sure.
Bro. We gonna see our boys in
part 2.
6 months or something.
He's definitely gonna have some handmade on in the next video.
Okay. Talk to him nice. Okay.
Next video, man.
For sure.
I appreciate you, bro.
For sure.
Thank you for your time, man.
Hey, man. Again, thank y'all for coming through, joining us right here at the Crystal Vision podcast. We out, man.